It's been a chaotic day for the Labour Party as we can now report that a second Labour councillor has been suspended over law breaking. Oh yes, we have an update on John Gillott. You remember a few weeks ago we did a video of this guy in Bolton who was going around campaigning for his seat in the Labour Party, and he was caught stealing leaflets, just like Tom Hayes that we reported earlier on the channel, who has been doing the same in Bournemouth, and he got caught and he's now been suspended. John Gillott has also been suspended. Now, we do have reports saying that apparently the Labour Party internally suspended him a while ago, but they've only just publicly announced it, so we're not really sure exactly when he was suspended, but he has been suspended. They say they did it before, but on the ballot paper, yesterday's local elections, he was still a Labour candidate. Now, let's go to Bolton. So, speaking to the Bolton News, Mr. Campbell, who was the independent candidate who actually confronted John Gillott and he filmed him. So this guy, the Labour candidate, was actually a Labour councillor, was going around stealing this independent candidate's leaflets. A poor independent candidate with no massive party funding behind him. He said, John Gillott is trying to undermine local democracy, ignoring the principles of integrity and fairness by seeking to corrupt the democratic process. It is little wonder that 7 out of every 10 registered voters have simply decided to give up on voting altogether, when this is the type of candidate offered by one of the mainstream parties. Absolutely agree. He continues, Campbell, by saying, but Gillott himself, when he heard the allegations, he said, I don't deny it. You can report me to the Electoral Commission if you like. So we actually showed you that video if you remember. Campbell said such actions must legitimately bring into question the suitability of this candidate's personal ethics and moral compass, which now identify him as an utterly unfit person to represent the good people of Bolton. If he is so willing to be this dishonest from the outset of these local elections, heaven knows what he and his party are capable of should they become the majority party in our town's council chamber. The people of Bolton deserve far more and far better than this. Now, the people of Bolton do deserve better than this, and we now have a breaking news announcement of the election result in that seat. Guess what happened? So, John Gillott has lost. This is the Heaton Lostock and Tumor seat, and as you can see, these are the list of all the candidates. You got an independent choice, Conservative, Liberal Democrats, Labour, another Conservative, another Labour, Independent, Labour, Liberal Democrat, one Reform UK candidate, Conservative and Lib Dem. And the 3 Conservative candidates have been elected: Martin Cox, Anne Galloway and Andy Morgan. And you can see in the middle of the page, you got John William Gillott, Labour. He only received 1,169 votes. Now, the disappointing result was for Graham McGreevy, who's a Reform UK candidate. He only received 278 votes, which was basically the mood around the country. Reform did not perform well. They didn't even bother finding enough local candidates across the country, which was actually quite embarrassing for Reform. And in those places that they stood, they lost badly. So that wasn't really a good strategy from Reform UK's perspective. Now, the interesting part is that if the Labour Party claimed that they actually had a word with him before and might have been suspended, why was he still a Labour Party candidate until the last minute? So we'll find out more. But he's lost. He's gone. Goodbye, John Gillott, and best of luck in the future. Maybe you could become a lobbyist. Yeah, if you're very good at taking money and taking people's assets and properties. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.